Hey YouTube, I just wanted to do a follow-up video on how to install the rear 1+1 seat to a first-gen Rev chassis. Start with this. I've already got it taken off. I just put it up here for mock-up reasons, but you want to remove your rear hatch, and it is held on by 4 T27 torque bits. You have one here, 2 on the back, and then 1 on the far side. Okay, now that we have that off, we have our new bracket here, and we can see that it's got 4 mounting points. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And they mount up here, here, and then you've got the 2 brackets here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put those. So I'm trying to install this seat, and I've already run into one problem. It's when I try and put it on, it butts up. When I try to get these hooks here into these metal grooves, there's one on each side, it butts up to the front of the seat, and I can't engage this, whatever it is, holding pin into this seat here. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, what the heck's going on here? I've got my brackets mounted and everything seems right. The bracket mounted up perfect. And then now I've noticed here that there's a second hole. So I have to move that pin back. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. This is going to look a little funny, but I've got a 15 millimeter here for the nut underneath, and then a 17 millimeter here for the locking nut on top. All right, boys and girls, that did not work. So we're gonna try something different. First, let me explain why it didn't work. This hole is too small for this bolt. Now, you could easily drill that out. That's not a problem. Obviously, that's not the way they intended it to be. But the problem is, if you could see from this side here, which this bracket here impedes this bolt from sliding in from this direction. It's just not going to work. So what we're going to do is we're going to mount the frame like it is now, and it's held on, and we're going to try and slide it underneath there and manipulate the frame mounting bolts to get it in. Well, that slid in like butter. That actually slid in easier with the seat attached than it did with just the bare frame when I did it before. I could have easily edited this out, but I thought to myself, oh, I'll show you my mistakes so you can see. But yeah, it's holding strong. I'm just gonna put these bolts in. One of my T27 there, and then my 13 millimeter nuts there, and we'll get this mounted up. Okay guys, I'm gonna try a new thing here. With this piece here installed, like I had it, bolted down, it was very difficult to install this piece here. And the reason why is because this lip here has to tuck underneath here. So I would have to go in and then back. And although the plastic is flexible, it's not that flexible. So what I've decided to do is unbolt this rear tail piece and install this rear hatch, lower hatch piece in first, and then I'm going to bolt this back on. Okay, I overlooked this part here, but this flap here, I didn't realize, I thought this was one piece, but it's not. You can see the amount of movement. This inner piece here has to be removed. It's held on by another T27 right here. And I discovered that because when I was trying to put this on, I thought that this would slide right under, and it would only get so far, and then it would hit this bar here. And I was thinking, this is the piece that would hit that bar. So I was thinking, okay, maybe I need to notch that out. I thought, that's not right, that'll work, but it'll, you know. So I got looking further, thinking, well, that's not the way Skidoo would make this. So you have to pre-cut this yourself. So I looked further and realized, oh, this is 2-piece. It's held on by a T27. So I'm going to remove it and then slide the center piece removed. And it slid right in. And everything lined up just perfect. Awesome. So before I install this seat, I'm going to put the handles on. And the reason for that is they have a nut and bolt. And the nut is tucked in way behind here, and it'd be very difficult to do if you had the seat installed. So before you install the seat, put the nut and bolt on. Right, installed, looking great. I use these 90-degree pliers for getting down underneath here to hold the nut in behind. You can't get your fingers in there, it'll slip. I dropped the nut quite a few times. These 90-degree pliers, these are probably some of my favorite pliers. A lot of people have said to me, like, when the heck do you ever use those? I use these all the time. And I was able to get underneath and hold the nut while I used the hex and tightened it up. So anyways, that's it. If you guys followed along this whole time, thank you very much. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to try and do more of these videos. Like I said, I tried to show mistakes I made along the way so you could see things not to do, and just that sometimes these things require a bit of thought. So anyways, thank you very much. I'm going to go for a ride. Bye.